Now let's move on in the lesson 2, which is the principle of indigenous crops. The learning objective is by the end of this lesson, the learners will be able to first explain the principle of indigenous crops. Second is value the importance of preserving traditional style while appreciating the contemporary innovations and indigenous crop making. Third is apply the principle in creating a simple crop. So the principle of indigenous crops design are important for several reasons. It's rooted in the cultural, social, economic, and environmental context of indigenous communities. First principle we have preservation of cultural heritage. So the indigenous crops or the local crops is often embody the cultural heritage or the history of our culture. Like for example, yung mga local crops like basket, um, baong, banig, or any other crops. It symbolizes the story of how old Filipinos use that crops as para makasurvive pang araw-araw. For example, like basket, they use basket as um, lalagyan nila sa mga hinarvest nilang mga fruits or vegetables. So, and also preserving of cultural practices, yung mga skills at kakayahan ng mga sinaunang Pilipino or mga ninuno-ninuno natin ay pinapasa yung skills kaya up until now, meron tayong mga local crops or indigenous crops. So next is cultural identity and empowerment. Indigenous crops are integral to the expression of cultural identity, which means yung mga indigenous crops, it shows our stories. Kung it shows our, ex- our stories and expression. Yun. Yung mga indigenous crops is nakikita doon yung mga pagiging malikhain, pagiging malikhain at pagiging magaling na Pilipino. Doon nakikita na ng iba na yung kultura natin ay kakaiba. Yun, design helps reinforce a sense of cultural pride and empowerment within community, fostering a strong connection to ancestral tradition. Yun, yung mga, mayroon tayong iba't ibang indigenous people or the IPs, which is we have um, the Ipugaw, Maranao, Muslim, or etc. Um, Doon, may iba-iba rin silang angking galing at mga crops na ini-introduce. Next, we have the sustainable resource use. Since many indigenous crops are closely tied into the environment, which is yung mga materials na ginagamit natin ay nakukuha natin sa environment, which is we use organic and natural or raw materials like rattan, bamboo, or etc. So maging it sustain resources because hindi siya harmful sa um, environment natin kasi once na nabulok yung organic or natural materials is pwede pa rin siyang maging fertilizer sa soil. But just remember, maging aware tayo sa environment natin sa pagkuha ng mga raw materials na huwag tayong maging abusado sa pagkuha ng mga materials kasi pwede rin makaapekto ito um, sa kasi yung mga materials na yun ay pwedeng It's the purpose of it is to prevent soil erosion and floods, di ba? Kaya after sana natin kumuha ng mga raw materials sa environment natin ay magtanim ulit tayo ng um, panibagong tanim na pagkukuha na natin ng materials. So next is we have the interconnectedness with nature. Indigenous crops often reflect a deep connection with nature, principle that promote sustainability and respect for the environment, transport the understanding of the interconnectedness between the crop, the community, and the natural resources. Like what I've said kanina, kailangan nating respetuhin ang environment. Kung kukuha man tayo ng mga materials, dapat magtanim na tayo ng panibagong plant para sa sustainability at ma-respect natin yung environment. Huwag tayong maging abusado. Next is intergenerational knowledge transfer, which is yung sinabi ko kaninang um, cultural practices or skills ay napapasa through generation from generation. That's why up until now, napipreserve natin yung culture, yung mga indigenous crops natin. Next is the community cohesion and collaboration. Indigenous crops are frequently communal activity fostering collaboration, a sense of community. Sa pagpe-preserve natin ng mga indigenous crops, may mga seminars or any activity like for example, I attended seminar noong 2022 sa paggawa ng coconut crop, which is we use the coconut shell sa pag-create ng crops. So doon napapasa ang skills sa mga bata at napipreserve pa rin natin yung culture natin, yung pinagmulan or yes, yung tradition natin. So, and then collaboration. Meron tayong nakakapag-collaborate na mga tao, nakakapag-socialize tayo um, sa mga tao, sa mga tao. Next is economic empowerment. Yung indigenous crops is nagagamit natin as a source of livelihood or a source of income. Doon nakakapag-earn tayo ng money kasi binibenta natin yung indigenous crops. But make sure the crops is quality para um, mabenta ng mahal or maganda. Next is ceremonial and ritual significance. Some indigenous crops have ceremonial and ritualistic significance within the community. Design principles ensure the craftsmanship aligned with the cultural and spiritual aspect associated with specific ceremonies, rites of passage, or rituals. Next is we have the cultural appropriation prevention. So each IPs or IPs communities have different skills, different local crops. So like for example in Basti Samar, the banig is originally from Basti Samar. So yun yung pinaka um, indigenous crops nila, yung banig. So next is the adaptation and innovation, which is we are here now in a contemporary innovation, which is yung mga local crops is na-improve or na-enhance man natin yung design, yung styles. So sa banig, pwede na tayong makabagawa ng bags, ng tsinelas, ng different style of bags like handbag, backpack with different shape and including the elements, the lines, the pattern, the colors. Yun, na-adapt na natin yung modern world. So next is global awareness and understanding. Indigenous crop often serve as the intangible expression of cultural diversity, which means may iba-iba tayong um, interpretation uh, sa mga indigenous crops. But make sure para hindi tayo malito or hindi tayo ma-miss um, information, mag-gather tayo ng data kung about sa mga about sa diversity, cultural diversity rather. Para mas maintindihan natin ng mas malalim yung story ng iba't ibang indigenous crops. Understanding and appreciating the principle of indigenous crop design contribute to local awareness, fostering cross-cultural understanding and appreciation. So next is we have the Republic Act. First we have the RA 8771, which is known as Indigenous People Rights, and it's signed by President Fidel Ramos on October 29, 1971. So this act is to protect the indigenous people on their properties like yung mga ancestors nila, yung mga indigenous identity crops nila. Yun. Yun yung um yun yung RA 8371 is yun yung magpo-protect sa mga ancestor land or ancestor properties nila. Next is we have the Republic Act of 7555, which is the Manlilikha ng Bayan Act signed by President Corazon C. Aquino on April 3, 1992. Same rin siya sa RA 7356, which is same lang yung hangarin ng Republic Act na to is to protect and preserve the culture of the Filipino. Nagbibigay din sila ng mga funds sa mga IPs. Nagbibigay din sila ng mga funds sa mga IPs para mas lalong dumami yung mga crops. They promote crops. Next is we have the Republic Act 10066, which is the National Cultural Heritage Act on March 26, 2010. It's signed by President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Yun, yung mas kinikilala or it promote, conserve and preserve our culture. Mas kinikalala yung kultura ng mga Pilipino at gawa ng mga Pilipino.